Poznan in Poland. This university city of 500,000 people is one of the most important business and cultural centers in the country. The exhibition center here has been transformed into the stage for this spectacular event. The hall is filling up with spectators and they're getting ready. Over 3,000 fans have come to witness if and how these timber sportsmen will rewrite some history here today. Welcome everyone to the STIHL Timbersports World Championship 2015. The STIHL Timbersports series has been around for quite some time now, with this being the 11th World Championship. 10 years of records, 10 years of winners, and 10 years full of emotion.
The horn goes and the saws are running. Oh,
disaster!
No! 6.8 seconds for the New Zealander. Now a new best time.
The last two disciplines will decide over victory.
Right before the
defeat.
start, all the athletes have 60 seconds to warm up their saws. 16.19 seconds. This will be a new best time. And yes, 16.06 seconds. Fast the last chops and a new best time.
It looks like he's almost through. A couple more hits for him, and he's going to make it. But, oh, just coming from behind. Geisler keeping the flow going.
Beautiful discs.
Will it be?
We
might have to review this one. Let's see what the judges have to say.
This will mean the crown goes to Jason Wynyard.
Speed
World champion from New Zealand, Jason Wynyard!
The hopes of Australia are resting on the shoulders of 20-year-old Braden Meyer from Broadford, Victoria. He defied the odds and beat the country's top athletes at the STIHL Timbersports Australian Championship. Now, Meyer must go up against the best of the best in the final showdown to see who will be crowned the 2015 STIHL Timbersports World Champion. So, who's going to become the 11th STIHL Timbersports World Champion? In the first round, we have the disciplines of underhand chop, stock saw, and standing block chop. The 12 best athletes have qualified, and although they will go head-to-head in each of these heats, the best times will be converted into points. 4 athletes will be eliminated. The best 8 move on to round 2. The first discipline. In the underhand chop, the athletes have to stand on top of a 32-centimeter block of wood and with precise blows with an axe chop through the block from both sides. The fastest time wins. Heat 4 in the first round, Dirk Braun from Germany, 7-time German national champion, up against Christoph Geisler, 4-time Swiss national champion. Both of these guys have been in the scene for more than a decade. So my first goal is to try and reach the final, with maybe some more points than last year. Because of the new point system, almost anything is possible. With a good time in the hot saw, you can get to the top of the standings. And as you all know, in the hot saw, I always go for it.
STIHL Timbersports, presented by Volkswagen Amarok. Tough comes from within. And STIHL. Better garden power tools.
But before we get to the hot saw, we've got 2 rounds to get through, and nobody knows that better than Christoph Geisler. Last year I finished 7th. This year I want to reach the final 6. I drove 12 hours to get here and bring my hot saw, so I really want to use it. So the top 6 is my goal.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, both of them national record holders. Good start for both of these gentlemen as well. Christoph Geisler seeming to have a little bit of problem though, but he moves to the other side of the log first before Dirk Braun. Dirk now gets his axe stuck and has to wiggle it out. Both of them working hard to get through that block. It looks like Geisler's got the slight advantage, and he's going to get it. Geisler gets it in a time of 1994. His first time under 20 seconds, and that's a new national record, 22:33 for Braun, who is clearly a fan favorite.
Okay. Both cuts are good.
A very good time for Geisler, but Dirk wasn't so happy with his time. That didn't go well as I was hoping. I wanted to stay under 20 seconds, and now 7th place is not so good. Next heat, the young gun Braden Meyer from Australia going up against the veteran Martin Komarek from the Czech Republic. It's the Australians' first single world championship.
No, I don't think there's any pressure on me for the single world title. I just got to go out there and do my best.
Komarek is the current vice world champion and has belonged to the elite of the scene for more than 14 years.
I enjoy a lot of competitions, but how I said, this format is pretty strictly, pretty tough, and it's not just important that you are the best guy, it's important also how you are focused, and the luck is big game.
Time is ready.
Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
So time to beat so far is 1994. Meyer, just 20 years old, and wow, look at the pace he's setting already against Komarek. He moves to the other side very quickly, taking out huge chunks of wood. Komarek now comes over to the other side. Oh my goodness! 12:39 for Meyer, first place, and he smashes the world record from 2007. What an unbelievable time.
Okay, both cuts are good.
A time of 16:11 for Komarek. That's a new national record as well. But Braden Meyer enters the history books by setting a new world record at just 20 years of age. Look at him go. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I've been wood chopping for 10 years and I'm a bit more experienced than everyone thinks. I'm only young, but I've been chopping for 10 years and I'm ready to go.
Next up in Heat 6, it's America's Matt Kogar, who has won his national championships for the last 3 years, facing off against the reigning world champ from New Zealand, Mr. Jason Wynyard. There's Matt right there getting his axe ready.
I did a lot of preparation this year. I tried to do as much as I could to prepare for this event, and I just put the best foot forward I can, and hopefully that's all I need.
But to become world champion, you have to get past this man, the legend Jason Wynyard.
STIHL Timbersports World Championship is the pinnacle of our sport, and that's why I want to win it.
3, 2, 1, go!
Wynyard just lost his world record in this discipline. Can he get it back? Both of these guys are big, strong men, over 1.90 m tall. Wynyard, huge hits on that block, both of them on the other side. Wynyard looking a little bit quicker than Kogar, and he gets through in 14.66 seconds. Not a world record, but a good time.
This cut is good. Unfortunately, disqualification for a jump start.
So an unfortunate start there for Matt Kogar. He won't be picking up any points for this discipline.
They tossed me out for a jump gun. I feel like I didn't jump the gun, but judge's decision, and judge's decisions are final. So, oh well, next event, and I don't know. We'll see.
It's a great cutting by Braden Meyer, wasn't it? It's a fantastic wood out there. He's an awesome young axeman, and as you can see, his compact style really suits that soft wood, and fantastic 12 seconds is a fantastic time, and I was happy with my cut, probably a personal best for me in that discipline, so it's not so bad.
Look at the leaderboard so far. Braden Meyer on top with 12 points. Jason Wynyard just 1 point behind him, and Martin Komarek, the best European, in third. Drozdek and Kogar with 0 points due to their disqualifications, unfortunately. Everything's still wide open here in Poznan. We still have 5 more disciplines in front of us. Next is the stock saw, and that's coming right after this short break.
STIHL Timbersports, presented by Volkswagen Amarok. Tough comes from within. And STIHL, better garden power tools.
Welcome back to Poznan, Poland for the STIHL Timbersports World Championship 2015. After some exciting heats at the underhand, we move straight into stock saw. The athletes will use a standard unmodified 7.3 horsepower chainsaw and will try to cut 2 discs or cookies off a 10 centimeter section of the block. An early start or cutting over the line will result in disqualification, so precision and timing are key here. In the next heat, we have two veterans facing off. Martin Komarek from the Czech Republic up against Christoph Geisler from Switzerland. Both these guys have been on the STIHL Timbersports scene for over 10 years.
Get set.
Time to beat 10:69 from Puy-Barré. Komarek with a great start. He's won 6 medals in this series, but never a gold one, so he is highly motivated. And Komarek's cookie falls just before Geisler's in a time of 10:24. Geisler 10:73. That's a close heat.
Both cuts are good.
Komarek with a time of 10:24, setting a new national record. A great performance from the 38-year-old veteran. I wasn't quite ready, but it was all okay. I was very quick onto the wood and had a good change. I also had a strong grip on the saw. All in all, I'm happy with my performance.
Die größte Leistung habe ich die Säge gehalten und derzeit ist so, dass bin ich zufrieden.
Third place at this level is pretty good. I just hope it continues to go as well as it has. Next up is Australia's Braden Meyer against Arkadiusz Drozdek from Poland. Meyer, 20 years old, representing his country here for the first time. Drozdek, 8-time Polish champion, brings a lot of experience with him.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
As you saw earlier, Meyer made his mark on the underhand chop with the world record, but had to reset the saw slightly there. That's going to cost him some time, but he's got a good switch at the bottom. Didn't take a lot of swing, but Arkadiusz Drozdek is through in 10:53. Meyer in 11:89. Drozdek getting the best out of that stock saw and pleasing his fans with the second best time so far.
Both cuts are good.
In the slow-mo, we can see Braden Meyer fighting with the block and having to realign, and that cost him some valuable time.
I just didn't run it very well, but yeah, I'll move on now and go from there.
Next heat in the stock saw, Marcel Dupuis of Canada against Dirk Brown from Germany, who is very strong in this discipline. Time to beat 10:24. World record 10:03.
Get set.
Really quick start by Dupuis and Brown. Brown looking great though. He is through his first cookie already. Coming back to the top. Wow, Brown, super fast. 9:95. That's a new world record for the German. Unbelievable. He sets a new world record by 0.8 of a second. He's pumped.
Okay. Both cuts are good.
So it's official, Dirk Brown breaks the magical 10-second mark and takes his world record back in style. Yeah, super. I took back my world record. That was my goal coming here, to achieve at least a world record. In stock saw, everything ran smooth. I knew I could cut well. Last year I tried, but this year I showed I could do it.
Ich weiß, dass ich sägen kann. Letztes Jahr habe ich es versaut. Dieses Jahr habe ich gezeigt, dass ich es kann.
Didn't have a proper cut. I didn't hear the go. I wasn't fast on the go. I was on the wood slow, but the transition in the wood was good, but I was slow to the wood. So.
On to the last heat in this discipline, Jason Wynyard from New Zealand going up against Matt Kogar from the USA. Matt, a very strong competitor, but Jason Wynyard has won this contest 6 times already. Good start by both of these gentlemen. Wynyard's birthday today, by the way. He's turning 42 years old. His mission, defend the title, and he's got a lead going here and wins the heat in a time of 10:47.
Okay, both cuts are good.
Third best time for Jason Wynyard, Kogar back in 7th. And this is how the master works with a stock saw. Both of these athletes setting new national records in this heat, by the way. Amazing.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that's a surprise. I didn't know that I had the national record. I was just going up there focused to complete the cut, and yeah, that's good. Great to pick up some points. Yeah.
Oh, third's pretty cool. Yeah, I had a reasonably good run, and the saws are really strong. So third's not bad for me. It's not one of my good events. So yeah, top 3's pretty good. Pretty happy.
The standings after the second discipline, Jason Wynyard and Martin Komarek tied for first place with 21 points each. Dirk Brown climbs up to third thanks to a great stock saw performance. Then it's Geisler with 15 points, followed by Meyer, Dupuis, and Puy-Barré, all with 13, then Kugler with 12. The third discipline will be the standing block chop, and that's coming up right after this short break.
STIHL Timbersports, presented by Volkswagen Amarok. Tough comes from within. And STIHL. Better garden power tools.
Welcome back to the action-packed STIHL Timbersports World Championship 2015 in Poznan, Poland. The next discipline is the standing block chop. Here, the athletes must cut through a 30-centimeter vertically mounted block from both sides using their axe. Precision, power, and speed are key to success here. First up, it's the three-time Austrian champion Armin Kugler who meets the two-time French champion Pierre Puy-Barret. Kugler, 24 years old, Puy-Barret, 28.
Okay, timers ready.
Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. Good start by both of these guys. The athletes need to cut as close to those marked lines on their blocks as possible. The world record, by the way, 12:33. The Europeans are somewhat slower. Puy-Barret, a slight lead. Kugler suffers a mishit there. Can he pull it back, though? It's getting close. Whoa! Great last hit by Puy-Barret, 1976 for him.
Both cuts are good.
So, national records for both of these guys, and we see in the slow-mo how Kugler's axe bounces off the wood, but still really good times for both of these athletes, even though Kugler made a small mistake that cost him some time. The wood is very good, a super run, and I'm pleased with the result. Okay, I'm not so completely happy with the time. I had a miss hit on the second side and maybe one or two extra blows on the finish to make sure that I cut through from both sides. I could have been 1 second quicker with that, maybe. Next up, Martin Komarek from the Czech Republic up against Matt Kogar from the USA. Martin Komarek is one of the best Europeans at this discipline. Matt Kogar has won the American Championship 3 years in a row.
Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good even start for both of these gentlemen. It looks like their pace is almost identical. Hit for hit, they are right on top of each other. Kogar moving to the other side. Komarek also on the other side. Boy, this may be close. Kogar's a heavy hitter, though. Wow, what a final blow by Kogar. Matt Kogar with a 15:21. That's the time to beat today. Martin Komarek finally finishes it in 1996.
Okay, both cuts are good.
Let's take a look at that slow-mo again. Both start off at an even pace, almost hit for hit, but the American pulls away and finishes 4 seconds faster. New best time for Matt Kogar and a national record.
Yeah, I could have went a little bit harder, maybe. But I'll take it. Yeah,
I'm happy with it. I pushed it to my limit, but it wasn't quite enough. The last duel in this discipline, Australian Braden Meyer against Jason Wynyard from New Zealand. It's the first time in the single championships for Braden, whereas the veteran Wynyard has been competing in timber sports for 27 years.
Timers ready.
Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Wynyard is still one of the strongest in the field, even after so many years competing. Meyer, though, showing some gumption. He's got some quick pace going on. He's already over to the other side, but it's a neck-and-neck race. Wow, Meyer with a time of 12:59 and sets a new national record, 14:27 for Wynyard. That was a great heat.
Okay, both cuts are good.
The battle really heating up as the 20-year-old Braden Meyer beats the reigning champion in one of his favorite disciplines. And as you see, these two guys going hit for hit, stroke for stroke on the standing block chop. Braden Meyer coming out just ahead of the legend, Jason Wynyard.
again, normal. I'm used to the big crowd, so yeah, I'm just happy to be here and yeah, move on to the springboard and singlebuck. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a reasonably good start. Would have liked to do better in the chops, but we've got a bit of a young phenom here on the scene, and Braden Myers chopping really well, and this wood is really suiting his style, and yeah, good luck to him.
Can the youngster Braden Meyer pose a threat to the veteran Wynyard? He moves on to the next round with a 7-point lead in the standings so far, but thanks to his work with the axe, Braden Meyer moves into a second position. Comarak, the best European, in third, followed by Geisler, Brown, Dupuis, Puy-Barré, and Kogar just getting through. It's halftime here in Poland. We still have 3 disciplines to come, and the big question is if Jason Wynyard can defend his title against such a strong field of competitors. You'll find out when you join us next time at the STIHL Timbersports Single World Championship 2015 here in Poznan, Poland. Till then, see ya.